What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new review for Real Housewives of Potomac. You guys, season 8, episode number 10. And this episode is titled Friendship is a Mother. Now, before we jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, do I want to say it was a filler? Because it pretty much was. Like, not a lot of stuff happened in this episode, if we're being honest with each other. But hey, let's talk about Robin real quick. Not a whole lot with Robin. We see Robin and, Cain and Abel as they are out and they are getting stretches. I was like, wow. This is what we're reduced to, is seeing Robin and her family stretching. Okay, I was thoroughly confused by that, but why did I have to see that? And then she talked to Juan, and she was asking Juan about his job search. Girl, that man ain't looking for no guy. I thought you said that he got paid out his contract, so he's not really looking for anything currently. I could be wrong. I tune in and out of Robin's scenes, but hey, I thought that's what she said, but okay. Okay, girl. I mean, I guess don't really care. She told Juan that they need to spend more time together. Oh, okay, if that's what you feel. So while they're sitting there, she got a text message from Candace, and Candace is inviting her to this Mother's Day event that she's having, right? And Juan said, "That's nice." I was like, "Oh, girl, your husband just said that that's nice. I don't think your husband got the memo that y'all not fucking with Candace, but hey." He said that's nice. Robin texts Candace and says she doesn't feel that she should come. Who cares? Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the spider to the fly. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said JB. Just don't give a damn. Good luck to Robin and Juan. We'll talk about them a little deeper in the episode. Not really. We'll talk about them again as the episode goes on, but I guess we'll pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Nneka. Wow. So we are on episode 10 of Real Housewives of Potomac, and we met Nneka episode 2 of Potomac, right? So there have been at least 8 episodes. No, not at least. There have been 8 episodes that this woman has been on. And somebody tweeted me last night about this, because I'll tell you guys what my tweet was about her. I said, how many episodes are we in now? And this is the first time Nneka has talked about herself since her first episode, shaking my head. So someone came back at me and said to me, then probably, it says then, probably we are not watching the same show. So I replied back to that person and I said, what other episode did she talk about herself besides with the fertility doctor? And when they went and looked at that house, and but I feel like when they went to the fertility doctor and went looking and looked at the house, I felt like that was the same episode. I could be wrong, but I felt like that was the same episode, because there was an episode where she picked up Ike from the hospital and they went and looked at their home that they're doing in Potomac, right? Then there was another scene. It might have been in a different episode, but there was a scene that she went to the fertility doctor, and that was the last time we've heard anything about Nneka's life. This episode, we see her with her sister. Much like a lot of people said last season about Zelle, nobody knew this woman had a damn sister. I didn't know she had any siblings, because you have been talking about Wendy and this shrine shit for episodes now, and it's like, my God, you are about as bad as Solid 8.5 is on Beverly Hills. But she is out with her sister. They're shopping for the home. They're talking about their parents. She's talking about her dad and how her dad came over here with nothing, but he's been able to make a way out. He's a doctor. They didn't, want for anything as kids. And I was like, this was a nice scene. It doesn't soften me up to her. I don't dislike her. Let me say that. I don't dislike her, but I think that like people say Wendy's lied, but I think she's a liar too, because we'll talk about her a little bit later in the episode. I don't know who I believe when it comes to her and Jacqueline, but I honestly, God, don't really give a damn. We'll pause here and we'll move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next person we'll talk about is Wendy. It, it really went nothing with Wendy in this episode. You guys know Wendy wants to do her talk show, which she did do it, because I do follow Wendy on Instagram, right? And I don't know if she's gone to a season finale or what, but I do know that her show did premiere I don't know if it's when she wanted it to premiere, but I do know that her show premiered not too long after the season started. And she has quite a few episodes up there. I've never watched one of her episodes, but I have saw some clips of her show. And let me know if you guys have watched Wendy's show and if you like it. I don't. Again, I don't have an issue. I haven't watched it. I may sit down one day and watch it. So yeah, I may sit down and watch it. I don't know. Not holding myself to it, but hey, congratulations to her. But she's talking to her. You guys remember the producer that she initially sat down with? Well, Wendy has thanks her for her services. So she's meeting with new producers, and she's just talking about her ideas for the show. And to me, listening to it, it sounded a little disjointed, because she says she wants to talk politics, she wants to talk this, she wants to talk that. So in a sense, it sounds like she wants to incorporate kind of like Wendy Williams meets your local, like your news show, right? Like a news channel where you talk about political things, but you also talk about hot topics and all that kind of stuff. Similar, actually, let's just be real. The View. She wants a talk show more like The View, but where, since she's a political commentator, she can give more of a better glimpse of politics and talk about the current events and things of that nature. But hey, let me know what you guys think. If you got, like I said, let me know if you guys have watched. And that is all I got for Wendy. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel. We'll pause here and move forward. Next up, you guys, we got Wendy. Not Candy, not Wendy. Next up, you guys, we have Karen. I don't know why I was struggling with trying to say Karen. Now we see Karen. So Karen and her daughter, what is old girl's Raven? They are going to get tattoos. Now Karen. You were being extra about that little. I know tattoos can hurt, right? I got plenty of them. You guys see the tattoo right here on my. You see this one? I have one. You guys know I have the one right here. I have one on my neck. I have one on my leg. So I have quite a few tattoos. My tattoos hurt, especially the one on my neck. That motherfucker, I wanted to cry. I wanted to boo-hoo and cry. So Karen her and Raven are getting matching tattoos. They're getting G's on her. She's getting a G on her ankle, near her ankle, and it's to represent her mom. Her mother's name is Georgia. And baby, Karen did the most behind that tattoo. I was like, girl, that tattoo, he probably did that tattoo in 5 seconds. No, he probably even 5 minutes. Because, it was a G, so he did the outlining, and he probably he outlined and shaded. That was it. And it wasn't much to it. But Karen had to, do the most. One thing I will say, Raven. Beautiful young lady, pretty girl. Only thing about Raven is, in that interview that she did with Karen, that wig, that hair, if it's a wig or not, I don't know what it is, but it was a no. You should have never let them do your hair like that. You look like somebody named Gertrude. No shade to anybody that's named Gertrude, but you look like an older woman named Gertrude. Also, I really want her to figure out the right shade of her make, because her makeup, mm, her makeup was not hidden, especially in the scene that we see her next, because her and Karen were talking about the fact that they're gonna be sitting down with Giselle and Grace, because you guys know Grace is getting ready to go up to college, and it'll be a good time for Grace to just pick Raven's ear, since Raven has already gone off to college, graduated college, and we got that scene, and I thought it was a good scene. Like I've always said about Giselle, it's always nice to see Giselle with her kids, because that's when Giselle seems a little bit more on the human side, as opposed to scheming and doing all the stuff that Giselle typically does. That's when you see Giselle, just being a decent, kind person when she's with her daughters. And it's like, why can't you be like this just in regular scenes? Like, you ain't always got to produce a scene. We also found out that the girls were both in Jack and Jill, but when it comes down to Raven was ahead of, Grace and all that stuff.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I wasn't talking to you. That's why I can't try again. Then, Grace was talking about, she's excited about going to school, but Giselle was talking about how she cries about missing her friends. And I thought, when me and my friends were getting ready to graduate high school, we did have those. I remember the last day of school, we were definitely all boo-hoo crying, because we were like, we ain't gonna see each other again, because some of us left home, some of us stayed at home, right? But I remember last day of school, senior year, everybody was just boo-hoo crying, like, I'm gonna miss y'all. And like I said, some of us saw each other, others didn't. But neither here nor there. But like I said, it was a good scene. It's always very nice to see Giselle with her kids, because like I said, that's when Giselle seems to be more human. But tell me what you guys think, and we'll pause here and wrap up the episode, shall we? All right, you guys. So we're wrapping up the episode with Candace. So Candace is having a Mother's Day event, like I told you guys. So Mama Dot is there. Baby Mama Dot loves that wig, don't she? Mama Dot love that wig. She ain't retired that wig not once. But so we see them as they're meeting with the woman who's helping Candace with the event planning. So Mama Dot asked her who all was she inviting. And so Candace said, she's inviting Nneka, but her mom is somewhere else, so she's not going to be able to make it. So she's bringing her sister. She is inviting Karen. She's inviting Sharice and her daughter. My God, why is Sharice around? She's inviting Ashley and Sheila in her raggedy ass wig. And bumped Giselle and her girls. And she's on the fence about Robin, but she says she'll reach out to Robin. So she did text Robin, like I told you guys. She texted Robin, but Robin declined. Girl, don't nobody give a fuck, to be quite honest with you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, boo. So we get to the event. Oh, Mia's coming, right? Mia and her mom are coming. Kiarna was coming. So we saw Kiarna's mom. Mia showed up, but her mom had to work. Wendy was unable to make it. And so Nneka came with her sister. Karen was by herself because Raven went back home. And that was Ashley and Sheila brought her, Sheila and her raggedy ass wig were there. It was a cute event. It was cute. I just don't understand why we got to look at Sharice. You know what, though? You know what? There's going to be an unpopular opinion. As much as I cannot stand Sharice, and as much as Sharice annoys me, her voice, her face, everything about Sharice annoys me. But what I will say about Sharice is I'd rather have, at least with Sharice, we know who she is. Sharice is not as thirsty as Nneka is. Nneka is thirsty. At least with Sharice, Sharice was once a housewife. What Sharice is thirsty of, and Sharice can lie and say she's not, what Sharice is thirsty of is one of her champagne flute back. That's what Sharice is thirsty of. But Sharice has a relationship with these ladies. Despite the fact that we may not like Sharice, Sharice has a relationship with, she's friends with Candace. She's cool with Giselle. She's cool with Mia. She's cool with Wendy. Ashley. Not so much Karen, right? But everybody else she's cool with. With Nneka, I think Nneka came on here with an ulterior motive. That's my personal opinion. You guys can agree or disagree. I don't really give a fuck, to be quite honest with you. No shade. Love you guys now, but I don't care how you guys think or feel about that. So, Sharice at one point was talking to Mia, and she was telling Mia that she had saw Jacqueline. Speaking of Jacqueline, Jacqueline saw this clip over the weekend, and actually, I don't know if it was this clip that she saw or if it was the clip with Ineka, because Sharice was like she saw Jacqueline. Jacqueline, cried about Mia, and she said she met Ineka, but she said some things that, she wouldn't necessarily, as a friend, I wouldn't necessarily say that. And so Ineka, in her interview, saying that they talked for 2 hours. She said that, she said that Jacqueline said this about Mia, this and this and this and this and this about Mia. And Jacqueline said, girl, you was a lie, don't care who tell it. We ain't had no 2 hour conversation and all that kind of stuff. So I wish I could find, I think she put it on Instagram, because I don't know if Jacqueline is on Twitter. I feel like she put it on her IG. I could go and find it if I want to, but I really don't care. But suffice it to say, Jacqueline says that Ineka is lying. Now, you guys tell me, who do you guys believe? Because, we all know that Jacqueline, she don't tell the truth either. Her and Mia came on last season lying. So do we believe Jacqueline or do we believe Ineka? I don't care, to be quite honest with you. Now, Ashley. Sharice was having a conversation with Ashley, asking Ashley about this divorce with Michael. Ashley is not getting a divorce from Michael. Sharice, as much as I don't see it for Sharice, Sharice says she needs his money. And I was like, that is one thing that we can agree on, Sharice. That is something that we can agree on. Ashley still needs Michael for his money. And divorcing him does not help her cause. I don't care how much money she may make on this show. That is one season. Whereas with Michael, you can go to him. Oof, I would never want to go to that man for anything. It just wouldn't be for me. If she likes it, I love it. But I don't think she's getting a divorce. And then Karen. Now, y'all know I love me some Karen, right? But Karen, girl, you know how to lie, don't you? Baby, you can lie. Talking about, so they asked, are all the girls invited to Surrey County? Karen says, no, not all the girls are invited because, of insurance purposes. I was like, girl, what the hell does that mean, Sharice? Not Sharice, Karen. What does that mean? Do you have the money? Like, she's like, you know how you girls are. What do you mean? This ain't bad girls club. This ain't baddies. It ain't like they're going to be knocking and thumping and bumping and beating each other up in the house. So what are you talking about? And then in next week's episode, she going to say she put names in the hat and she put out the names that she wanted to pull. Put the names in the hat that she wanted to pull. And that's what she, like, Karen, just say that. I'm not inviting some of y'all because I don't want y'all to beat her. Just say that. I don't know why Karen has a hard time with telling the truth. I've just never understood it. So Candace decided that she wanted to sing. I was like, oh, okay, Candace, girl, yeah, no. It wasn't a bad song. I was just like, this is very impromptu. But she planned it, so hey, congratulations, if that's how she wanted to feel, to uplift the mothers and all that kind of stuff, girl. Do you, honey. Do you, boo-boo. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. Now, to wrap up the damn episode with Candace, let's talk about this meeting she had with Robin. It went nowhere. Literally went no fucking where. Robin, I get how Robin, here's the thing with Robin, right? I can understand that Robin felt the way that Candace was on Watch What Happens Live saying things, on Twitter saying things. And so she said she felt like Candace was telling lies. Okay, that's fine. But then you and Giselle are on that boring ass, tired ass podcast, and y'all talk about her and her husband. Like, it's hypocritical, it's contradictory at the least. Y'all all do interviews. Y'all all talk about each other. Just like Candace said, we all tweet about each other. Y'all all tweet about each other. Y'all all talk about each other in interviews. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black at this point. It's just like, Robin, shut up. Robin says that, she wasn't going to throw her husband under the bus. So I was like, well, he does it to you. Your husband made you look stupid. But hey, you like it. I love it, right? I don't really bitch much more give a fuck, right? And she said she would do it again. I was like, Candace, now what the fuck I was just looking at Candace. I was like, Candace, why are we sitting here with this woman? Like, why are we just sitting here? This conversation is going absolutely nowhere. It's going to hell in a handbasket because Robin cannot see that. Never mind. I don't care. Robin don't think that she's done anything wrong. And if she don't feel like she's done anything wrong, that's fine. If you don't feel like you've done anything wrong, that's fine. Y'all can just be like, you know what, it is what it is. But I don't think, if anything, Candace talked about your, well, yeah, hell, I don't care. I truly don't. I truly the fuck don't care. Robin did it. I do feel like Robin could have said to Giselle, she could have said some things to Giselle. She did say something, but the more that the season kept going on last season, it's like you said it once, but it's like I would have, if that's my friend, and I'm like, Giselle, you said he didn't do nothing to you, so why do you keep bringing it up? Like, shut up, goddamn. Like, there are plenty of us going out here, you don't have to say I'm going through something, but there are plenty, there are other things that we could talk about. I don't know. I don't really honestly care. Yeah, it is what it is. Robin protected her husband, but he doesn't protect you. Like, he does not protect you. He does not protect you. He does not, right? Does not. That's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, you guys. So, Married to Medicine, you guys, I have not watched it yet, so I will be watching that sometime later tonight, and I'll have that up for you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.